Hello and welcome to Peter Scott Cars. Today we have this 2013 low mileage Ford B-Max automatic. Car's had the same mature gentleman owner since it was a year old. The chap purchased the vehicle as an approved used from the Ford main agent when it was just a year old. Cared for and maintained to a very high standard with a 10 stamp service history. Just starting with the front of the vehicle, I'll get as close as I can so you can see there's no stone chips of any note. That is the case all the way along the front of the vehicle. As I get very close to the edge of the bonnet, front of the bumper, the only thing I can see, some very minor stone chips. Just put my fingernail next to a couple of them, just so you can see how insignificant they are. As to be expected, and certainly nothing more than that. Have to be really close to even notice them at all. Front of the car couldn't be any better. I'll get a close up to all the bumper corners as we go around the car as well to show you they are free from any scuffs or marks. There's no marks or scuffs to the centre of the bumper lower down either. Can also be quite common. Again, bumper corner free from any marks or scuffs. As I take a step back and look down the entire driver's side of the vehicle, can't see any parking dents. All four of the alloy wheels really nice, as I'll also show you as we go around the car. Starting with the driver's front alloy wheel, I'm struggling to see a single mark at all. Car's got a full set of premium branded necks and tyres fitted, always a sign of a very well maintained vehicle, and everything you would expect from a car with a 10 stamp service history. Can't see anything negative to point out on the driver's front wing. Moving on to the driver's door, exactly the same, struggling to see anything detrimental to point out. Both the mirror covers free from any scuffs or marks. Can just spot a very minor stone chip there. Just put my fingernail next to that just so you can see how insignificant it is. As I take a small step back, completely disappears. Moving along the door, struggling to see anything to mention. Get a close up underneath the door handle to highlight there's no marks or scratches. Can be quite common, particularly on the driver's door. Can't see any chips to the driver's door edge either. Again, can be quite common. Moving on to the rear door, exactly same as the driver's front. Struggling to see anything to mention. Again, no marks underneath the handle. All the door edge really nice. Onto this rear panel, exactly the same. There isn't anything to mention, and that alloy wheel identical to the driver's front. Can't see a single mark at all. Just taking you into the car from the driver's side. Firstly, I'll show you the driver's step. Can be very common. People get into a car, drag the feet slightly, mark the step, but not the case on this B-Max automatic. Inside the vehicle really couldn't be any better, no problems at all. Just get a close up to the wing and edge of the driver's seat. Absolute minimal wear, if any at all. Car's had the overmats fitted, so there's no sign of any wear to the carpets or footwells either. Get a close up to the driver's footwell to highlight that. Still do have the overmats with the vehicle. Seats in the rear really do look like they've hardly ever been sat in. Again, no signs of any wear to the carpets. Those overmats done the job and protected all of them. As I said, really couldn't be any better inside. Just bringing you around to the rear of the vehicle. Again, bumper corner free from any marks or scuffs. It's got the rear parking sensors, nice feature to have. There's no marks to the centre of the bumper either. Can be very common. People park a little bit too close to someone or something, mark the centre of the bumper, but again, not the case with this B-Max. I also just want to get very low down so you can see there's no scuffs to the underside of the bumper. Onto the tailgate of the car. Again, I am struggling to see anything to mention. Inside the luggage compartments, same as the rest of the interior, really couldn't be any better. Car's had the B-Max boot liner fitted, just gives an indication of the level of care afforded to this automatic B-Max. Just get a close up to the top of the bumper, no sign of any luggage rash. Sometimes with these practical size vehicles, people buy them for the large luggage compartments, subsequently end up putting in big items, scratching the top of the bumper. marking the trims, but really not the case with this B-Max. Underneath, perfect underneath there. All the plastics really nice, couple of the faintest little marks to the plastics, but absolutely nothing at all. As I said, couldn't be any better. Just bringing you around to the passenger side of the vehicle. Again, bumper corner free from any scuffs. Looking down the entire passenger side, same as the drivers, can't see any parking dents. That alloy wheel exactly the same as the other two I've already shown, struggling to see a single mark at all. Onto this rear panel, certainly no scratches or parking dents. I'm struggling to see even the most minor stone chips, so really am. Onto the door edge, all really nice again. No marks underneath the handle. Can't see anything to mention on the rest of the door. As I've already said, seats in the rear really do look like they've hardly ever been sat in. No marks to the step again. Just couldn't be any better inside. No marks underneath the handle. Struggling to see anything to mention. I've already said both mirror covers free from any scuffs. Nothing negative on the passenger front wing. And onto the final alloy wheel. As I've gone around all four of the alloy wheels, I'm struggling to see a single mark at all. It really is an absolutely cherished example. A credit to the chap who has owned the vehicle since it was a year old, going around the entire vehicle inside and out, other than some very insignificant stone chips, which you have to be very, very close to even notice at all. Other than them, I'm struggling to see anything to mention. Cared for, maintained to a very high standard with a 10 stamp service history, full set of premium branded tyres. Just gives an indication of the level of care afforded to this low mileage B-Max automatic. It is worth noting we have all of our vehicles independently inspected by the AA. That is a 128-point inspection, which includes 5-bar road test by an AA engineer, just to make sure the vehicle is correct on the road. You can view the inspection report on our website at peterscottcars.co.uk. We also have finance calculators on the website, so if you are interested in some additional funding to purchase this cherished B-Max automatic, you can pop to our website, model a finance quote and apply for finance directly through our website. We absolutely guarantee the lowest rate of finance coming direct to ourselves. So if you are thinking of financing the vehicle through an outside finance broker or finance company, please get in touch with ourselves first for the absolute guaranteed lowest rate of finance. We will come back to you within 10 minutes once you have submitted an application through our website. Of course, if you need any assistance with any quotes or applications, please just get in touch, give us a call. Just gone around the vehicle one final time there just to make sure I haven't missed anything. And I say again, an absolutely cherished example. I say with confidence, you will struggle to find a better example. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch the video. If you need us for anything else, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Hopefully you found the video helpful.